We are here today to protect our state and our country. This facility is designed to hold the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens. I would like to begin by thanking Secretary Nome, General Bondi, Deputy Director Sheehan for being with us today and for their strong partnership in helping make America and Louisiana safe again. I also want to thank Secretary Gary Westcott of the Department of Corrections and his team, Warden Vanoy, and everyone who worked day and night to get this facility ready for today. When I became governor, the 57th governor of Louisiana, and President Trump became the 47th president of the United States, we both inherited a mess. Louisiana had 3 of the top 10 most dangerous cities in America. Part of the problem across America was the open border policies of former President Barack Obama and Joe Biden, which left America in shambles. While it is true that America is a country of immigrants, it is also a country of laws, not of men getting to pick and choose which laws they feel like executing. The Democrats' open border policies have allowed for the illegal entry of violent criminals, rapists, child predators, human traffickers, and drug dealers who have left a path of destruction and death throughout America. Just the opioid epidemic alone has cost America 100,000 innocent souls a year. Let me repeat that. 100,000 Americans die each year strictly because we allow poisonous material over these open border policies to pour through a porous border. Until the election of President Trump, no one at the federal level had the courage to stand up to the violence that had gripped this nation, and I repeat, no one. What we are announcing today is not the panacea to our crime problem, but it is part and parcel of the solution. This facility is fulfilling the president's promise of making America safe again. How? By giving ICE a facility to consolidate the most violent offenders into a single deportation and holding facility. This camp was originally built here at Angola to house the most disruptive of prisoners. It was called Camp J. Over the years, it was neglected and fell into disrepair. We decided to repair it and put it back into service to help fulfill the mission of removing criminal, illegal aliens that have been causing havoc in our communities. Now let me say this again. To those who want to gaslight the public that this facility is designed to hold criminal, illegal aliens, the worst of the worst. If you don't think that they belong in somewhere like this, you got a problem. Angola is the largest maximum security prison in the country, with 18,000 acres bordered by the Mississippi River, swamps filled with alligators, and forests filled with bears. Nobody really wants to leave the place. The idea is to consolidate the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens, gang members, rapists, drug dealers, human smugglers that have no place in this country. For those of you who don't know, I'm a former law enforcement officer. I actually worked in a jail. The idea is to prevent those worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens from continuing their criminal activities inside a criminal civil population. By congregating them here, we actually secure America. This camp will hold 208 criminal illegal aliens by mid-September, 51 of whom are here today. And we will have the capacity to hold over 400 in the next few months. Now I know you all in the media will attempt to have a field day with this facility, and you will try to find everything wrong with our operation in an effort to make those who broke the law in some of the most violent ways victims. I want you to know that that path only continues to lead us to the hug-a-thug policies that handcuff our police instead of the criminals and have led to the violence across this country. However, I would ask the media, I would plead with you all, why don't you focus on the real victims? Like the young boys who were molested in Kenner, Louisiana by an illegal from Honduras, or the 13-year-old little girl who was kidnapped and raped last year. Or how about Mark Dean, a 48-year-old WGNO TV producer who was killed due to the reckless driving of another illegal. Or the young Nichols female student who was randomly attacked with a hammer outside of St. Thomas's Church. These are just a few of the stories that highlight what is playing out all across America because of the Democrats' open border policies. When we allow our country to be overrun by those who have no respect for our laws or way of life, American families suffer and our communities crumble. I have said countless times that I don't know anyone who has a house without a front door. And so you don't have a country without borders. It's so refreshing to have a president and a cabinet, like the lady standing behind me, who empower law enforcement to do their jobs, to provide American families the safety they have long wanted, and finally puts America and her people first. That is why today I'm proud to stand alongside Secretary Noem, General Bondi, Deputy Director Sheehan, as we announce the opening of the Louisiana lockup, which will house the worst of the worst illegal criminal aliens. And now I would like to turn it over to my great friend, former governor, and now the Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem.